Ready. Hello. Happy Thursday. Hello, friends. How is it going? Hello, hello. Pogert, hello. Let me in. Krelbit, hello. Rumi, welcome. Wings of Nightmares, hello. Jay Ridgy, what's up? I'm married to the game. What's up? Adam, Eric, Claudiac, hello. ODM, Kwapa, Chamchi, Mayhem, hello. Cute, hello. Snowblank, Snow Type S, Nixies, and Earl Clears. Good time to be in keyboards. That is true. That is true. Pontus, hello. Funzy says, I'll miss this build because I'm playing the new Deep Rock season. Deep Rock is in Deep Rock Galactic? Or this so sad, KMAC forever? Snoopy smells, hello Killer AC, Ankit. Diego finally getting around to my commission. Okay, buddy. It's a Cakes, hello. Firewire, how's it going? Abstraction. Streaming Nixies during the workday, huh? Well, technically no, because if the Nixies are being made, if the new Cherry MX Blacks are being made in Germany, right? In Germany, it's no longer the workday. So I'm just working on EU time. This is peak EU streaming time. So not quite the workday. I'm just working according to their timeline, you know? I'm just working on behalf of Cherry MX here, okay? And also a good time for, perhaps American folks here who might be in their, maybe this is I guess not for the West Coast, but for most of the rest of the country, it's past lunchtime. You got that lunch coma, right? You get that post-lunch coma and you're like, man, what should I do? I can't do work. Oh shit, Lightning streaming? I should watch Lightning. Yeah, that's right. So perfect timing. Perfect. Easy. I got a meeting in 10 minutes. Sorry, I can't cover things in 10 minutes. Let's see. LFK, Mantis Toboggan, hello. Jurapika Kirong. Oh, hello, Kirong. PP Laser. Any Jack? I hear Nixies and came running. Oh yeah, that's right. I actually forgot to post on Twitter. Someone posted Twitter
Lightning
for me.
assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions in the content of this document. The information contained in this document is provided on an as-is basis with no guarantees of completeness, accuracy, usefulness, or timeliness.
Thank you, Yuter, for the 10 months and the incredible disclaimer. So if you don't know where that comes from, if you actually go look at the Cherry MXD website's like blog post or a datasheet post of the Cherry MX Black clear top that we're going to be looking at today, if you go to datasheet, you open the datasheet, it's a PDF file. At the very bottom, it has this big disclaimer that basically says they won't assume responsibility for the information provided, essentially. But all right. So let's get started. Beige Hangul? That's so funny that Ankit actually chose beige Hangul. You know that? Because I was thinking of the same thing. Perhaps great minds think alike. Anyway. It is Linus, yes. It is Linus's voice for the TTS. Alright. How's it going, everybody? Good to see you all. Let me actually link the stream on Cherry MX Black clear top, AK new Nixies. Alright, there. Post it to Twitter too. Alright, let's get started. The original have MX Blacks on this KMAC happy. I did at some point. Yeah, I did a long time ago. I actually moved those switches over to somewhere else, and then ended up wanting to rebuild the board but never got around to it. So these arrived, and so like we get to do that now. All right, so let's get started. So for those who don't know, this KMAC Happy's this old Korean board that I have in my collection, and I guess, yeah, as I said, I had some switches in and ended up taking them off from the build, and I wanted to rebuild them, right? So Novel Keys, first of all, sent out to me a batch of switches. So this is the batch of switches that we're talking about. So there were exactly 120 switches in the bag that I was sent by Novel Keys. And so I was like, okay, they told me, like November 3rd is going to be the day that they're going to be announcing it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I have 120 switches. What do I do with them? And I was like, wait, well, 120, it would be nice if I could compare stock versus lubed, right? Like, just easily. And so what I did was like, oh, well, if I have 120, the only layout that really works that personally I use is HKB like layout, or when keyless works if you have like either full of split black space is fine actually. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna split it in two. I'm gonna do 60 switches that are completely stock and 60 switches that are lubed. So I went ahead and lubed 60 switches, which are in the back here. And so yeah. So the good thing is my KMAC Happy right here does have milmax sockets. So we actually get to swap them right in and out with no problems. So as you can see, they're already mounted, and the stabs actually, I think, are already lubed. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Anyway, alright, so what do you think about hole tights? I think milmax technically works better because the clearance is better on them than hole tights, but I guess hole tights technically do work fine as long as you have the clearance for them. Yeah. Was this one of the first MX HKB customs? I actually don't know. I actually don't know how early this is compared to the others. Alright, so let's just show you here. So this is what the switches look like, just up close. So here we have the new Nixies, aka the Cherry MX Black clear top here. Do you mainly use 3305 or have you tried other sockets? So I actually didn't do this job. So, but I would recommend the ones that are the most recent, which have the lowest clearance. I think it's 3305. Yeah, 3305 will probably be nice for that. But yeah, so as you can see, it has a new Cherry logo, and these have black stems, as you can see, and milky top housings, and a black bottom housing, right? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, let's go in order of things. So I think the first thing that we should do is maybe take a switch apart. So just take one of these switches off, take it apart, take a quick look at it. Just take a look at what it's like on the inside, and then we can go ahead and put on some keycaps, type on it, completely stock, loop stabs, and then we will swap out the switches, and then type on it, and then try it out. Yeah. All right. So are they looped ones spring swap? Yes, I did spring swap because I don't like 80 gram bottom out or whatever. I use 60 gram TX, I think. So I spring swap to that. Alright, so let's open this switch up. Oh, where's my switch opener? Oops. I'll just use tweezers, it's fine. Are we comparing old the new ones or loop versus stock? We're doing loop versus stock, basically. We could try to compare old ones, but the problem is I don't have a one-to-one comparison for it because I don't have desoldered old ones. I have some old ones, but they're in a different board, so it kind of doesn't make sense to compare them. So the only way for me to compare those would be to actually take them off from a different board. And that's actually quite a bit of work, because I think they also have diodes. But anyway. I think they misread community preference and bottom out actuation. It may be that they did not want to compromise on the MX Black aspect of it, because the older ones also weren't light. So that might be what it is. Alright. So let's take a quick look here first. Maybe use this tray here. So the milky top is, well, it's just a milky top, right? Like you can see it has the... Okay, that's not a great way to see this. Maybe something darker. Maybe I'll use this right here. So as you can see here, it's just a milky top. So it does have some amount of translucency here. Whoop. And it does have the same cutout for the LEDs. The molding is kind of looks similar to what modern MX housings look like. Do you have GAT tops? Yeah, I should have some Gateron switches, yeah. Are the stems the same ones as Hyperglide Blacks? I don't know. I don't know that. Don't ask me about very specific things, like, are they the same material as, or something like that, because on that level I don't know. Don't have information. Literally all the information I have is the same information you guys have, as far as the data sheet and the public information there on the website goes. And the other info I only have is that I just have the switches. That's it. That's it. That's all I have for information, like technical info. I don't have any other info other than that. Like I don't have any trade secrets. I don't know any material composition data. No, none of that. Okay. So if you're gonna ask me like that kind of stuff, I don't know. I literally just got the switches recently. And I barely just had time to lube, you know, this small batch of these. So I haven't done any comparisons. None of that just yet. Like, none of that, okay? So don't ask me if it's the same as any other MX Blacks or if it's the same as Gateron, because I haven't done any of that testing yet. Just so you know. Okay. Alright. So, you know, milky top. Looks the same. I do believe these do come pre-lube on the spring at least. So let me see if I can grab a stem holder. So these were sent to me from Novel Keys because they will be the exclusive vendor for these in North America, right? So maybe I'll just put the housing down first. Alright, so sorry about the little fuzz, it's probably like cat hair or something like that. Hello Diego, what is the polymer chain of the milky top here? A diagram would help. Perhaps you could provide a molecular formula as well. I don't know. Alright, so as you can see, the sides come completely dry here. And I do see some lube application at the... You can see a little bit of glimmer at the stem legs, the front. See that? I believe it's because the grease might be applied to the leaf and then it smears off on the switch stem, right? You can see that, right? And you can see there is also some grease on the stem pole as well. It's very minor, but I think it's coming from the spring rather. Yeah. Okay. So the texture, it does appear pretty smooth overall. Stem-wise, I don't think it's going to be different from whatever current Hyperglides are going to be like. I like the music. Oh, hello! Mod music, hello. Mr. Matt, how's it going? Alright, so the back there, right? Not much lube really. Not much lube on any face other than the very front legs. And a teeny bit on the stem pole. And I do think that is coming from this spring, and I'll show you exactly why. Right? Okay, the thing is just smearing off. I actually think that this grease that's currently on the stem is smearing off, like it's smeared off grease from other parts of the switch, meaning from the leaf and the spring respectively, right? All right, so that does that. All right, oops. All right, so here is the bottom housing, and as you can see here, there is some grease applied to the spring slash like center pole here, right? So it's kind of like smearing off like that, and I do think that the pole of the stem is getting some of the grease from there too. It's not very much, but it is noticeable. So this probably would address some of the spring crunch that you might see upon the compression of the spring here. That said, if you are a person who likes to lube their springs with oil, you probably might want to take them all out and lube them anyway if you're going to use these springs. But if not, if you're going to spring swap anyway, it won't matter to you. Alright? Sorry. Okay. There. But yeah, you can see some of the grease there, right? It's kind of like donut dipping, yes. Because as you can see, you only see it at the bottom part, but you do not see it at the top. Right? You don't see it on the side where my tweezers are, but you do see it on the side where the tweezers aren't, right? Where it goes into the switch, right? And then if you look, let me see if I can show it. It's kind of difficult here with the camera the way it is. But okay. So there, you can see, sorry that my tweezers are slightly bent, but here you can see that the leaf does have a little bit of grease there, and there, where the actual, or where the front legs are going to touch. So there is some grease there that's smearing off. Either it's applied there and it's smearing off onto the stem, or it's applied onto the stem and it's smearing off onto the leaf. Either way, but it doesn't look like it's applied on both. And I don't see any grease or lube on the sides or the rails. So I don't see anything like that over there. Right? Any idea where to get them? You can pre-order them at Novelties right now using the link in the build command. Exclamation build, and you'll see the actual link there. It's a shorthand link. For EU, ooh, I don't know about EU vendors yet. Gion, I think, is going to be selling as well, but that's in Korea. And then there should be other vendors, but I don't think any other vendors have announced any public information regarding them yet, right? Alright, so that's what the Switch looks like up close. Right? There's the bottom part of it. It's 5-pin, as you can see. Okay. Any other specific questions about the Switch stock? Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and put this back onto the board and just type out. Taste test? Top wobble. Okay, oh, that's a good question. So, I did open this Switch, so does it wobble is the question, right? The best way to test that, in my opinion, is to actually put it on a plate and then see if it wobbles on the plate, right? Is it a new mold? I don't know. I mean, well, the top definitely is because it has a new logo, right? So the Switch that I took out just earlier was this one that I already opened up. Looks a bit more milky than the original Nixie. Well, so the thing about the comparison between old and new, in my opinion, this is my like kind of non-scientific opinion about it. my educated guess is that old Nixies also will be affected by exposure to sunlight, right? By the number of years, right? Like plastic does like outgas things and changes color over time, right? So that could also affect it, right? Maybe when they're fresh out of the factory, they look exactly the same as they do here. Don't know. But I mean, sun does bleach things over time. With enough UV exposure, you do bleach things. So yeah. All right. So okay. So it was this switch here. Sorry about the movement of the camera. Wobble wise, it looks pretty good though, at least in this. So I mean, I do think I would still recommend switch films, right? Like I do see a little bit of housing wobble there. It's definitely not nearly as bad as, let's say, like some old MX Blacks that I've seen, which once you open them up once, the switch really wobbles. I mean, the housings really wobble a lot with respect to each other. But this looks pretty decent, right? Like Hyperglides, I do think they do a slightly better job. I do still recommend switch films if you can put them on, and when you put them into the plate, they don't like bind or anything like that. That's the main thing, by the way. You see a lot of people make switches, put films on, but you won't really know how they actually work or not until you put it into the plate, because sometimes the plates are tighter and they actually cause binding because the plate is actually compressing around the switch housing. So yeah, but this is not bad, right? It's not too bad, honestly. Yeah, so these are stock right now. But I would say, you know, use a film, see how it goes, okay? How smooth are they compared to OG Nixies Hyperglides? So one thing I have to say is, OG Nixies, so to speak, I've tried OG Nixies many times, and I've had batches that are completely garbage. Why? Because the environment. Like, it gets exposed to dust, it gets exposed to other things. Sometimes the leaf corrodes, something like that, and, you know, I've had to replace bottom housings and original Nixies many times because they're basically garbage. They feel completely scratchy, unusable. Sometimes they don't even actuate. Happens with any switch though, because they just get exposed to dust, get exposed to other things, environmental things, and it just happens. If they're new, which I've never really seen a new switch, maybe that's not the case. But it's just like vintage MX Blacks. It's a lottery. You have to pull a good ticket, and good luck. Yeah, it's the same thing. No different from any like old or vintage harvested switch. In the case of like original Nixies, so to speak. So yeah, any new switch is probably gonna be better, as CGB is saying. So yeah. All right. So stock feel though, they do feel pretty similar to the Hyperglides that we know now. Like, you know, Cherry MX Black Hyperglides. Like, these do feel smooth, decently smooth. You can definitely hear some of that Cherry MX scratch, I would say. It's kind of, I think it's more characteristic of their housing and tooling than like compared to like Gateron or JWK. So I don't think you're gonna get away with using them stock and thinking they're gonna be the same kind of smoothness, but they're still pretty smooth. These are fresh. It's a fresh batch, but yeah, these are still pretty smooth stock from what I can feel. Yeah, stem is probably the normal Hyperglide MX Black stem. I don't know. Don't ask me. Technically speaking, I don't know. I don't work at the factory, and I certainly haven't talked to anybody who does. So, yeah. So these are the pre-lubed ones in a way. Like, they have some lube at the front leg of the stem / leaf of the bottom housing, and at the end of the spring, at the bottom of the spring, which also rubs onto the center pole of the bottom housing and the center pole of the stem. So there is some grease on those two particular locations. So can they be used stock? Yeah, I guess. If you really like this weight, I don't think I would like to because they're too heavy. They're basically a regular MX Black weight, which is like 78, 80 gram-ish. So personally, no. But I mean, you're absolutely welcome to. Alright, so let's try putting some keycaps, I guess. So these are different from the pre-order. They'll say unlubricated. I don't know actually. So the thing is, I'll tell you this much. I was sent a bag of switches. It arrived to me one day. I didn't have. I was just told we're sending you a bag of switches, and I was like, cool. Must be some random switch. I don't know, new JWK switch. Who knows? And then I got it, and then I was like, what's this? And then I got a message saying that, you know, they're like the new switches that they're going to release with Cherry. And I was like, oh, cool. And then they told me, you know, this is the date that's going to be released. Or like that they're going to, you know, to release the press on it. And I was like, all right. And that was it. I don't have any other information. Are the Lube ones filmed as well? The ones you're testing today? Yes, the Lube ones are spring swapped, filmed, and lubed, yeah. Oh, wait. No information? Can I talk to a supervisor? Sure, you can try. Do you like TX films or Deskies more for modern Cherry switches? Ooh, I'm kind of ambivalent, to be honest, Pigeons. I like both. Like, sometimes I do like the Deskies in terms of how they like have a bit of the dampening from the compression, right? Because they're like slightly thicker and they compress because they're like a little gasket essentially, right? They're like a little piece of foam. So I do like that. So sometimes when the switch feels a little bit like too loud or kind of like too you know, like noisy, I guess, I like using the Deskies. Although I don't really distinguish too much. Like I kind of choose one and then go, you know, like keep on going with it. So I'm kind of ambivalent about it. I mean, to be honest, I like both a lot though. I mean, I kind of use them interchangeably. I do think I have more. I buy more TX usually than I buy Deskies. I buy Deskies every so often, and then when I run out, I don't like always restock on them because I do still have, like, you know, right now I have like 20-25 bags of the TX ones. So it's like, you know, I'm not gonna buy more switch films until I run out of those, you know. So yeah. Fuzzinator, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you. Diego, thanks for the raid the other day. No problem. I hope you had a good stream after that. Wait, where's my... Oh, I was like, where's my tea? Here it is. I like plastic films over foam, at least for Cherry. Okay. For me, TX when the switch is super muted, Deskies when the switch has loose housings. That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair, to be honest. Interloper Nathan, hello. How goes it? Oh, do I not have a short shift here? Oh, I think I might have to steal a short shift from somewhere else. think I'm gonna have to steal a short shift. I'll be right back. Hey, good. How are you, Diego? I'm doing alright. Diego, do you buy beige add-ons yet? What keeps it so? I haven't bought any yet. I normally buy on the last day, Ankit. I almost never buy on the first day. I actually don't remember the last time I bought on the first day. Maybe it was like 2-3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't even know. I never buy on the first day. I always buy on the last day. Short shift? No, that's not short shift. That's another two. Oh no, wait. Oh, you're right. My bad. For some reason I didn't see it. Too busy looking at the screen. Too busy looking at the screen. Too busy looking at y'all, you know? Because I can't see your faces, but I can see your text. That's the best I can do. What board is that? This is called a KMAC Happy. Where's the resin? Oh, for now, no resin, just so that I can kind of show it just like, you know, because not everybody uses artisan, so I figure I'll just use it without for now. We can put it at the end. All right. Guess we're too cute. That's right. All right. Yeah, who uses artisans? Yeah, artisans? I would never touch artisans. Never. All right. So here we are, trying these. These are stock, okay? Unironically, I don't like artisans at all. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's not for everybody. Okay, I'm just gonna read. These are stock. All right, great. So let's give this a try. All right, friends. So these are completely stock. So stock springs, stock housing. It does have a little bit of the grease that I showed earlier on the stem and the leaf or whatever, or on the spring and the leaf. But these are stock. The stabs are lubed with 205. These are just TX stabs, I think. And yeah, so we're just gonna try that out. See how it goes. And then we're gonna replace the switches with the looped ones. Sound good? All right, cool. Here you go. Oops. Let's do a 60-second test. Do the switches come with free honk? Only if you live in New York City, I guess. This is totally a keyboard. It does sound like a keyboard, right? I love keyboards. Me too. Alright. So resonant? Yes. So one thing to note, just saying, is that KMAC ports are quite resonant. It's almost like a full characteristic of the cases. They just have a lot of room in there, and a lot of the sound just, you know, travels. All right, so so that's what they sound like. Not bad though, right? Like I think for stock switches, they are pretty smooth. I do think, obviously, that heavier springs kind of lend themselves to feeling a bit smoother because the return is a bit heavier. That said, it is a bit tiring for me to type on these. So it's not my preference, but these are like, you know, they definitely feel like the 78, 80 gram, whatever springs that usually MX Blacks do have by default. So yeah. All right, here are the mods really quick. Right, so that's kind of what they sound like stock. Sure, Bogart, I actually can go get a few stock MX Blacks, I guess. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, actually. I hate the case sound. That's fair. I bought this board purely out of aesthetics. So yeah. So I understand that. It's totally fair. I have KMAC purely out of aesthetics. I honestly don't love the sound either. But I love the aesthetic. They look so good. All right. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So we can try what Poger suggested, which is to just compare the top out sound between the milky top and the regular top. And to do that, I'm just literally going to put in the stock. These are completely stock Hyperglide Cherry MX Blacks. So you can see they actually have the new logo on it. So these are the new ones. And I'll just put them on here, maybe on this row and this row, and you guys can compare. So I guess just listen to it for now. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take them off. I guess the best way to compare this will be if someone can clip both the sound of the milky ones and then the ones that are regular, and then putting them next to each other in a video or something like that. But yeah. All right. Alright, so now here are the regular ones. And if I compare maybe like two switches next to each other, so this is milky and this is regular, this is milky and this is regular. Milky. Regular top. So kind of, there's variance. There's going to be variance, unfortunately, because these switches do have variance between themselves, like among themselves. And then obviously you technically can't compare apples to apples if they're in different positions on the keyboard. Like if I'm typing on the E and the R, they're technically different positions, so that's not an apples to apples comparison. So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. The best way would be to just, yeah, clip the part where I did this with the milky tops, and then clip the part where I did this with the regular tops, and then putting them, you know, next to each other, and you can do like an A/B kind of test. But yeah. Are these limited run switches? Probably not. Probably not. They are recently announced, so I'm going to guess that if I were a company that decided to revive these old switches, I would probably want to produce a lot of them and sell a lot of them, because I went through the effort of, oh, hi Luna. Oh, do you see that? Luna's here. Luna, wanna say hi? That's Luna. That's my that's my roomie's cat. But hold on, let me see if I can. Uh-oh, she's gonna run. Luna, Luna. Oh well. She left. She left. She's a little skittish, so she left. Alright. Too bad. She's a little shy. Alright. She said no one left. Where's the orange boy? Not here. The orange boy does not live here. Alright. Back to keyboard activities. So where were we? Hello, no work day? Yes, I do have work. I have work later today too. I just have a flip schedule on Thursdays where I have a bit more free time in the day, and then I have work at night. So yeah. Okay, so loop next. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's move on. So let's take everything out here. You missed the stock one, yeah. Juan. What's the price? Same as Hyperglide? 60 cents per switch right now on Novel Keys. Probably depends on the vendor, yeah. It's probably gonna vary depending on what their margins and, you know, etc. are going to be like, you know, like import fees or whatever it might be. Their costs and their cut. Do you think price will increase when they go in stock? I don't think so. I don't really think so. Would you buy the Switch? Yeah, I think so. Why not? I mean, it's no different from trying literally any other Switch these days. There's like, I mean, like, weren't ink switches like 75 cents per Switch for a long time? And people still bought them. Lots of JWK switches around 60 cents a switch as well. Lots of Gateron switches around 60 cents a switch as well. So yeah, they're pretty much the same. If you like the look of them, why not? You know? Zeal switches, we don't talk about that here. 'Cause that's just straight up a ripoff. Are there any other vendors planned for these? Yeah, I believe there is going to be, so Gion and Novel Keys are the two confirmed vendors, and there probably is going to be a Canadian vendor, maybe another like Asian vendor in a different region, and then maybe like either, I mean probably EU and like Middle East or something like that. I'm not sure if like Latin America specifically has any vendors lined up. Oh, Luna came back. Hi, do you just want to go under the bed? Is that what it is? She really likes going under the bed to hide and chill there. I don't think she. Oh, off she goes. Okay. My kitties love doing that too. Yeah, I mean, cats like having a hiding spot, right? So. That kind of makes sense. You just have to give them that space. Stubborn. Do y'all want to say hi to Luna? Maybe? Hold on. Let me see if I can get her this time. I think she's gonna run though. I think she wants to go though. She's a cutie. Hi. Okay, she wants to go. She wants to go. Bye. I recently got a black cat and they're so cute. Yeah, voids are adorable. You just see their like big eyes because, you know, otherwise they're completely pitch black. They're beautiful though. My cats hate being picked up. She doesn't love it. but she also doesn't mind it. Like she knows how to say, like, she knows how to ask for time off. Like she'll just be like, hey, can you like get me off? So yeah, she doesn't scratch. Yeah, no, she doesn't really fight back much. She's very polite. Even though she doesn't like something, she tends to just be like, oh, okay, I guess that's happening. So she doesn't do much. Oh, Gerald Juby, hello. This is becoming more of a Teja Typer stream by the day. I mean, it's not technically my cat either, so don't wanna be too rough or anything like that. It can be stressful for them. My cat's such a loaf, I can just pick him up and do whatever. Yeah, some cats just really are so easygoing with regards to that. Wants to be the Teja Typer? Maybe. YouTube comments were right. No more cats on Teja stream, it's free real estate. Alright, so I think I'm gonna leave these switches in for now so I can put all the other ones in first. And then I can put in the... And then I can use the the lubed ones. Oh man, I already got cat hair everywhere. Okay. Oh yeah, so these are the stock springs that came out of these other guys here. So these are lubed and filmed. Yeah, so these are lubed and filmed. Would you say that the Milky Top has the same characteristics of a Gat Milky Top? Probably similar. Like I don't know if it's identical, but probably similar. I mean, like it's probably gonna have something like that. I'm not sure how closely compared they would be because the only way I guess to know is if I like just put a Gat Milky Top instead. I guess because I could try doing that. Although, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. We could try that maybe. Let me see if I have a Gat Milky Top around here. Are these not the factory loop ones? So the earlier ones were basically the factory loop ones, which I tried earlier. That was before you came in, Juan. Well, I don't know if that's considered pre-lubed, but I mean they did have some lube on the stem and on the center pole of the, or the spring rather, of the switch, so. It's got a second-hand tofu 84 for $100 bare bones on mech market. Do you think it's a good deal? Seems pretty fair. $100 seems fine. I think don't they cost like about the same or more directly from like KVD fans? So yeah, seems like a good deal, even if it's secondhand. I'd expect the pre-loop ones to have screens on the rails. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. That's information that's not available to me or anything, so for that, we'll actually just have to wait and see. Will you get your hands on an ATX KB's Live Oak? Probably not. It costs quite a lot. It's a lot of money. And honestly, that's actually the primary reason I haven't gotten any aftermarket cases for Topre, because they're just pretty costly in general. If you knew about we knew anything about the ergo clears from the people that have samples of them, we could figure out, I guess, since those are only pre-lubed. I see. Yeah, I don't know anything about those either, actually, so can't quite tell you much about that as well. That's actually something that I don't know anything about, aside from the info that's just been published on the press, like publicly. Are these pre-lubed? No, these are just hand-lubed by myself. Well, the ones I'm currently installing. The ones I had earlier, I guess maybe before you came in, Upas, those had slight bit of lube or like grease on the springs and the leaf / front legs of the stem. X60 HKB case kind of nice and a little more affordable, but needs real force housings. That's fair. Still, nonetheless, Topre aftermarket's an expensive endeavor, just in general. But yeah, I might try something like that out. I don't know, in the far future, probably. I'm not in a rush. I personally like the plastic cases a lot, so don't really feel the need to get any of the yeah. Is the factory lube on these any different than the ergo clears? No idea. I don't know. I don't have the ergo clear, so I don't know. Are you gonna put these switches on your black F12 TKL when it comes? No. Actually, I'm just thinking maybe I'll loop the other 60 that I have here and put those into a different 60%. That way I can just cover 2 boards with 1 badge, instead of having only one and then having leftover switches that I can't use. So if I have exactly 60 switches for each board, then I don't have to, right? Like I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about buying more buying more switches basically, which I do plan on doing anyway. I probably will pre-order more of the novel keys pre-order ones.
Hello.
Oh, Hinker, what's up? Hello, how's it going? Put the new Nixies in the OTD Mini. That one already has Nixies though. And also I kind of just don't want to desolder that board because of the PCB. Because that one has diodes, so you have to desolder diodes as well. It's kind of a pain in the ass. And you know, what if you like rip a pad off or anything like that? You know? That would suck. Are the original stamped HKB snow caps gonna skyrocket in value? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? Perchance. Classic Korean custom PCBs are super trash. Pads lifting left and right. Yeah. They really don't take up well to desoldering and stuff. So have to kind of be careful with it. Alright, I'm just gonna test that everything's working. Did you change the unlooped corner ones? Yeah, I did. I know because I have exactly 60, so it would be obvious if I didn't. Is this a hot swap KMAC? Yeah, they have mil-max sockets. I didn't do the mil-maxing myself. It was like, that's when I bought it, one of the PCBs already had that, so just decided to go along with it. Because yeah, hot swap's convenient to test stuff. Well, caps, this is a 9009 with Hangul or Korean Beige add-on kit from back in the day. Have you tried ABS plate before? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Nice little beater test board. Yeah, sorta, right? Switches feel good. Sorry for asking. The stock ones actually feel pretty good. They don't feel bad. Like I actually think they feel pretty smooth for stock. I mean, they're kind of the same as the other Hyperglide switches, right? So yeah. But that said, what was I gonna say? I would still like, you know, lube and film and whatever. And personally, I don't like the MX Black spring, like the heavy ones, because they're just too heavy for my own typing preference. So I would do the lubing and spring swapping and all that stuff anyway. Kind of goes without a question. But yeah, if you use it stock, it's okay. It's alright. It's not gonna be mind-blowing or anything though. Alright. Will all the Nixies from NKB Factory Lubed? I don't know, check the product description. I can only tell you so much, and the product listing is beyond my knowledge. So yeah. JK just wants to see the mini. Yeah, I mean, although they sound completely different boards wise, right? But yeah, I could take the mini out and we can try that. Yeah, no, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. I think the 99-cent price tag on GeonWorks, I think it is a placeholder price, but I don't know. Can you read the disclaimer? Yeah, hold on. Where's the disclaimer? The disclaimer. Oh, yes, here. Lightning assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions in the content of this stream. The information contained in this stream is provided on an as-is basis with no guarantees of completeness, accuracy, usefulness, or timeliness. Okay, here goes a test now with completely lubed switches. Now these are lubed by hand. I lubed them 205 grade 0 films, 60 gram TX springs, I believe. And yeah, they're not very heavily lubed, so don't expect like it to sound very buttery or anything, but it should be a different switch. All right, here we go. Now it's lubed. Oops. So there it is. So like MX Blacks? Well, yeah, because they're literally MX Blacks. Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Oh. Alright. So definitely better lube. I mean, no doubt. Weight, so much better. Are they like amazing, mind-blowing? No. No. They literally are just like MX Blacks. So they still have a little bit of that scratchiness that you hear from MX Blacks even after you lube them, right? They're basically like cherry recolors, yeah. Now with milky top housings, let's go. Which are called clear tops according to their particular lingo. But yeah. So just FYI. Not gonna blow your mind, but if you like the idea of a milky top, here you have it. But they're Nixies. New Nixies, I guess. Quote unquote Nixies now. Because technically they don't come with a Nixdorf keyboard. Branded keyboard. So yeah. You can stick to the good old reliable Hyperglides. These are the same with a milky top. Just FYI. Alright. So here are the mods. So yeah, that's how they sound. Sound the same with regular MX Blacks. I don't have regular MX. Well, I guess I could try. Where's my other board? I have some vintage MX Blacks on a different board, I guess. On the Thika. Hold on, where is it? Okay. Hold up. I could try replacing it here. Ooh, yeah. Slightly less loud, maybe. Let's see. I think this is hot swap. Pretty sure it was. All right, here. Let's try this. All right. Remember the sound here. I'm gonna type on this Y key, okay, or in this G key maybe, okay. Pretty similar, no? Pretty similar, to be honest. Pretty similar, right? It's like about the same, right? It's like the same, right? I think they're basically the same, but okay. Let's do it again, okay? That was regular cherry top. So yeah, they're super close. I mean, yeah, I can try putting the G again and then comparing it with the H, as Juan is saying. I mean, they are in slightly different positions, but I guess relatively close. So we could try that. So regular here. Sorry about the background noise, but yeah, pretty close, pretty much the same. And yes, I can put the thing on the Thika too. Yeah, so we could try it on the Thika as well. So here's the Y key here. You guys tell me a difference. For me, it sounds very close. Yeah, the upstroke might be a little bit different, but the downstroke is pretty much the same. I mean, it is hitting the same bottom housing, right? Like the same kind of bottom housing. So I don't really expect much of a difference there, but the upstroke would be a little bit different, yeah, because of the top being different. More obvious on this board? Okay. Maybe it's just a matter of the position too, so So yeah, might be a function of that too, like the positioning on the board, like which switch you decide to switch, change. Do you have any OG Nixies on solder? No, not at the time. I mean, it's not like you can come about this pretty easily. So whatever I have, I'm using. So yeah. Can't really tell the difference, but my ear aren't the greatest. That's fine. Pew laser, keep it that way. Ignorance is bliss. It's better not to tell the difference. It's better not to tell the difference. Knowing the difference is worse. Worse for your wallet, worse for your own health, your mental health, your emotional health, possibly your physical health. Don't worry about it. Ignorance is bliss, my friends. Being picky is more of a curse than a blessing, in a way. But yeah, I don't have any desoldered Nixies. If that's, I named my latest ulcer Nixie this morning. What do your fingers think when you press on the naked switch? I mean, they are, so these are lubed, right? So lubed, they pretty much feel just like most lube switches do. Smooth. Or smoother. They still do have a little bit of that, like Cherry MX, rub. And it is a noticeable difference from stock, right? Stock also has a louder stroke because these also have heavier springs. So yeah. But they are pretty smooth, even stock, like honestly. They're not bad. Because these are pretty fresh out of the fab, right? But I personally would still, lube, spring swap, film, all that stuff, right? So yeah. That's kind of my takeaway. Actually, well, do I have any original Nixies? I don't think I do, but I can check. Let me see if I do. I might, maybe I have 1 or 2 left over. I don't know. Well, let me see. Aha. But I don't know what these are lubed with. So that's the only thing I'm a little concerned about. I have one there. So this is the I guess you could say the original Nixie, right? So the housing is a little bit clearer, but I kind of feel like it's been bleached with sunlight. Or like, it's a bit more translucent, that's for sure, right? So here's the old one on the left, and here's the new one, obviously milkier on the color. Stem still MX Black stem, and then the bottom housing is still like an MX Black. You can see how this plastic has yellowed though, right? Like if you look at it in certain angles, it looks very visibly yellowed. So it does look a bit different. Yeah. But yeah. Alright, so I could put them in here. Actually, well, why don't we put the old one in first, I guess. So I think that's lubed actually with a lighter spring too. So that's the old one. There's a new one. Kind of sounds the same. No? Let me try a different place. Maybe let's try it here on the 7th position or something, or the 6th position here. Okay, actually, well, let's try the new one first, right? New one. Old one. So, old, new. How's the stem wobble on the new? Well, if you film it, you're not gonna see much wobble. That's for sure. Like I can grab my tweezers here, and right now it has films, so there's no housing wobble, and the stem wobble really. Oh, okay. Seems worse on the old one. Look at the old one. Look how the stem wobbles on the old one, like it rotates a lot, but on the new one it doesn't much. I think the old one is a bit looser in the housing. That said, it is maybe probably this one has been opened a few times and whatnot, so there's that. But that wobbles a lot. You think Gateron, Milky Top, and Hyperglide does sound similar? You know, I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Aha! Lucky us. Oh, these are Gatex, but I guess that works. Okay, I have some Gatex housings here, which we can compare. Ah, come on, open up. Okay, so this is a Gateron Milky Top. Okay, so it's gonna replace that with this one. So this is a Gateron Milky Top now, right? Alright. So oh, actually, well, can leave that there for now. So let's try this. This is the new Nixie or whatever Cherry MX Black clear top with the cherry top. So this is cherry top. Gateron on top. Can you guys tell the difference? I actually think I kind of prefer the cherry one a little bit. Kind of thin sounding on the Gateron one, right? Let me see, does it wobble? No, it seems fine. But yeah, kind of thinner, right, on the Gateron housing compared to the. Yeah, kind of looser. Yeah. That's kind of the impression I also got. Kind of like thinner sounding. Not a huge difference, but I think it's very slight. So Cherry MX confirmed best. GOAT. Easy. But then again, surely if you did a blind test, you probably wouldn't know, right? So there's that. Original MX. Oh my god. What was that? What was that slogan that they used for a bit? Oh, crap. It was like with the clones thing. Shit. It's so funny. What was it? Oh, crap. I don't remember. It's been a while. Alright, well, that's pretty much the comparison between those. Right? Okay, let's put this away. All right. TLDR makes your keyboard sound like a keyboard. I mean, sure it does. I would definitely expect the same from, you know, putting in a Cherry MX style switch in a custom keyboard for Cherry MX style switches. That's true. That's true. That's definitely the case. It feels and sounds like a keyboard. Who could have known? All right. I guess just finish up. Let's just do a quick typing here, and I'll probably wrap it up there. Does that sound good? Any leave paint? Oh, that's a good question. Not really, no. This is stock too. I'm like trying to stock ones. I don't really hear it. I don't think Cherry MX linears tend to have much of a leave ping. Tactiles are definitely worse because of the way the actuation for them work. But the linears seem to be okay with it. Seems alright though. So I don't think I would worry too much about that one. Yeah. Alright, let's type on this for a bit and wrap it up. Alright, so these are Lubed Cherry MX Black clear top switches. Oh, come on, lady. These people with these loud carts. is. Full board of the new batch clear tops? Yeah. So earlier in the stream, Dennis. Also, hi Dennis. How are you? Long time no see. How are you doing? How's life? Anyway, yeah, so this is the new batch. These are lubed, and then earlier in the stream I tried some stock ones. So yeah, pretty nice. Not much different from regular MX Blacks, to be honest. The milky top maybe dampens the upstroke a teeny bit, but not a huge amount. It's definitely aesthetically pleasing though. I definitely like how they look. So yeah, I like them. I think I would still spend the extra few cents, or you know, extra 30 cents or 20 cents or 10 cents or whatever they cost, to have the milky top just for because it looks nice, but it's still kind of like under the hood, so it doesn't make a huge difference there. All right, let's see. Let's put some artisans on this. Ooh, let's put the keyboard and the yeah, and the Nirvana. There's the resin. I got sent an interesting clip. Yeah, I think Nathan and a few others were clipping that earlier. Yeah. All right. Doing well. Hope you're as well. I'm doing all right, dude. Just been busy. But yeah. Alrighty. All right, folks. I think that's pretty much all I have for today. Let's wrap it up here. So yeah, I'll just show you guys what the board looks like up close, and yeah, probably. Oh yeah. So I just remember something. If you guys were here on the last stream, we did the Kitsune TKL here, right? And if you were here, you guys remember that this guy had some problems with the O-ring mount. So I did confirm with the designer, and yeah, so basically this prototype revision had like dimensional issues that I think the factory used like the wrong file for the bottom, and so the pillars were not tall enough, so the O-ring wasn't compressing essentially. So yeah, that's fixed on the next revision, I heard, so at least that's good. But the top mount on this sounds pretty good. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like touch base on that because people were asking me if the O-ring was gonna be okay. But yeah, the top mount on this was pretty good though. Nice clean board. I like the red Kitsune weight. Alright, well, outside of that though, what did I miss? Oh, well, I mean, I streamed for the past almost 2 hours. So you missed all the typing and the testing. Alright. We'll include the top engraving on the group buy. You can choose. You can choose top engraving or no engraving. You can also choose brass weight or aluminum weight, and then different colors. Yeah, and it comes in win keyless only, so there's no win key. So there's only blocker win keyless versions for the TKL. Yeah. All right. So here's our board. This is the KMAC Happy. This is a board that I've always liked and that I've always wanted, and I got it a while back. I had unbuilt it for reasons, and just recently got this chance to rebuild this. So here it is. This is the KMAC Happy, old Korean keyboard, kind of hollow, but it looks very nice. It's a very aesthetically pleasing board. Can we get a kiss before you go? Moths ban Eric? Wait, what did Eric do? Oh, no talk November. Oh yeah, there's what it looks like. It's a USB mini only, as you can see. I don't think a USB-C would even fit there. So, can I get a TLDR on JD's thoughts on new Nixies? Yeah, JD thinks that Switch is bad and you know, you should depart away from keyboards, because they're fooling you. Just kidding. JD thinks they are nice, and they're very nice, and you should probably buy them if you like them. JD respects my opinions though, so it's fine. I'm going to depart away now. Anyway, yeah, so here it is. Bottom is just silver alu. The side profile is very good, yeah. So yeah, that's the KMAC Happy. I'm just probably gonna leave it built like this with this keycap set too. So gotta pre-order these. Yeah, you can do exclamation build. There's a link for novel keys there if you want to use novel keys. But if you're ordering from other vendors, then you might want to wait for other vendors. But yeah, do you do the type test? Yeah, I did. I can do a quick one here. Although the mic is not placed properly, but you can listen to it nonetheless. Let's see. This case is a little bit hollow, so maybe it doesn't accentuate as much of the sound of the Switch, but I think it's nice. I mean, I like the aesthetics of this board, so that's why I have it. It's really the primary reason I own this board. Really like how this looks. Alright, well, that covers it. If you want to go back on the VOD, you can. You know, I'll be publishing this VOD on YouTube soon, so you guys will get to check that out. But otherwise, I think I should wrap it up because I also need to pretty much head out. So let's see if there's anybody streaming, but otherwise let's just go raid if somebody's streaming, like keyboards or something like that. If not, we can just call it and take off. Let's see. Who is currently doing stuff here? I see Disastertron. Disastertron is currently on. Yeah. It's a little early, so I'm sure that not too many people are probably doing stuff. Alright. Alright, Disastertron. Alright, friends. Thank you again. As I said, you can pre-order on Novel Keys using my affiliate link if you would like to support the channel. Otherwise, if you have other vendors to wait for, that's alright. I'll catch you guys on the next one, which will probably happen maybe this weekend. So I'll catch you guys later. Lightning Raid. You Nixies Pog. Miago Pog. Okay. There's our raid message. Alright, friends. Thank you for joining me on this exciting announcement, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, have a good evening, and have a good rest of your week. Bye!